Sorry, am I audible?
Yes, you are. Please continue.
You're audible, yeah.
Yeah. So she has worked in media companies such as ZTV and Indian Express in marketing domain, and she has been a faculty with management institutes across India, including Christ University Bangalore, IIL Delhi, NCR, and is now working with B School Mumbai. She is a PhD in advertising from IIT ISM and has a certification in advanced big data analytics from IIT Bangalore. Ma'am, I would like to could you please provide us with some insights on the digital innovations?
Sure, Arnika. And I welcome all our participants to this webinar on innovations in media and entertainment industry. Now, it's a very, very, very fascinating world. And if we look at how it has changed in recent times, we will see that, how we consume the media, how we interact with the media, and how do we communicate with each other as well has changed a lot. Right. So if we talk about, let's say, media consumption, earlier it used to be like, there's prime time now and we are glued to our TV sets. We are watching whatever is shown on the television. Now it's not like that anymore. We decide when do we want to watch the content, what do we want to watch, and also where do we want to watch. So TV is not the only option that we have with us. We have multiple screens. We have multiple avenues to consume entertainment. Let me share my screen. Yeah, is my screen visible? Someone
Yes,
can.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, all right. Like I was saying, how things have changed. Now, let me just share with you certain facts. Like this one. We are the second largest online news consuming nation, right? We are so fond of our news, and recently we've had elections in a couple of states. FIFA is going on before that, and of course there is this cricket series going on, so we want all the news, and we are consuming it online. Like I said, no more on TV. We are the second largest market by app downloads. Now, if I look at my own phone, I have to swipe four screens rather, to find an app that I really am wanting to use, right? And we are also world's largest fantasy sports market, right? So Dream 11, have you all heard of it? I'm sure you would have. We have around 13 crore subscription base as far as fantasy sports market is concerned. Right. Now, let me throw some more figures at you to show how robust the Indian media and entertainment industry has become. It is expected to reach about $30.9 billion by 2024. If you look at the smart connected TVs, they will be more than 40 million by 2025. We will be discussing a little bit more about these connected TVs in the coming slides. The digital media segment has grown 29% to reach around 5.2 billion in 2021. It's still growing. Online gaming is expected to reach $1.9 billion by 2024. The film entertainment segment has grew 28% in 2021. And now we have, it's not only the theaters where we watch movies during the pandemic, especially a lot of movies were released exclusively on the OTT platform. And of course, there is animation and VFX segment, which is like almost $1 billion and is expected to reach around $2.2 billion by 2024. Now, on this slide, you can see, how also varied the media and entertainment industry is. Now, if I have to ask you, all right, what does media and entertainment mean to you? Okay, you can see a QR code here. You can scan it and you can maybe post your, answers there, and let's see what do we find. So what do you think media and entertainment means to you? It can be the platforms, it can be the content, it can be anything else that you really want to do if you want entertainment for yourself. see if the word cloud is there. Once again. All right, we are getting some responses. I'll wait for a couple of more minutes and then let's see what's there. Okay, I see a lot of things here. There is OTT platforms, there is SEO, there is social media, there is metaverse, and of course there are other terms like engagement and happiness and connection and messaging. I think this is what media and entertainment has eventually, started to mean for most of us, right? And my discussion today would also be, based on some of these terms which you see here. All right, let me go back to my PPT. Yeah, you can keep posting your, what do you think is media and entertainment for you? And maybe we can go back and see if there are more interesting responses there. Okay, now this in fact has become a reality that we are spending 80% of our time on mobile phone and mobile phone apps on the media and entertainment, right? Like I said, how we consume our entertainment has changed. It's no longer only TV. Okay, we like more of personalized entertainment for us, and mobile phones and tablets have become one of the avenues that we actually go to, right? So even if I have to watch, let's say Netflix, or some series, some web series during my commute time, I would rather prefer my mobile phone, right? Even at home, there are multiple screens because there are multiple family members, and everyone has their own choices. The kids want to watch something else, and of course, the grown-ups want to watch something else. And these multiple screens actually they become very handy for us to get that individual, entertainment for each one of us. Okay, now let's get to the topic for the day, which is innovations, how digital transformation technologies have reshaped media and entertainment for us, right? We will take up some of the technologies today. The first one is, of course, the streaming. As you see here on the screen, there are so many channels, which is so true even for all of us, right? So all of us have multiple subscription to the streaming services, to different streaming services, right? So of course there is a YouTube, which we keep watching. So YouTube Live is always there. There are so many channels of these media houses, the news channels, and otherwise as well. Many influencers have their channels on YouTube. Besides this, you have the different OTT platforms, like Netflix is very popular in India. Amazon Prime is very popular. Disney Plus Hotstar is there. Voot is there. Sony Live is there. Right? So there are so many streaming services which are anyways there, and they're showing so much of content. Something very interesting has happened of late, which is called connected TV or CTV, right? Maybe, if you know what CTV is, you can write in the chat box. I can see the responses. Okay, so what connected TV actually is, you have smart TVs these days, which you can connect to the internet. And if the TV is not smart, you do have those Fire Sticks and other such devices which connect the TV to the internet, right? And then you can watch the different OTT platforms, but not necessarily only the OTT platform, right? There are so many other things that you can do on the TV. So because it's connected to the internet and therefore the other TVs as well, it is connected TV, right? And why it is important is because it is now become, and very soon it will become actually an addressable TV, right? What do I mean by addressable TV? Say, for example, when you are watching YouTube, right? You look for a particular topic, you watch a video, and then you see that YouTube recommends you, similar kind of videos. All right. And then maybe you from one to you video to you go to the another and the third one, fourth one, and so on. Right. Similarly, when you switch on your smart TV and you see the home page, all right, at the top, maybe next time when you're watching TV, you can notice there is this space wherein there are snippets of some of the programs or some movies, right? Now that is also personalized for you basis what you have been watching, right? And it has kind of changed the whole distribution thing, because now the original equipment manufacturer or the TV manufacturer has become the distributor, right? They are providing you, your entertainment, whichever entertainment whichever platform you want to watch, whichever, let's say, YouTube channel you want to watch. All right. And like I said, these TVs will become addressable because there is so much of data. Your data is available, right? What are you watching? Okay. When are you watching? Right? All of this is being captured. Okay. And then they are going to show you a very curated content, a very personalized content, and in future, maybe also personalized advertisement on the home page, right? So that is something which is, brewing, and there are many companies like Samsung is investing into, this capturing of the data and the whole technology, right? So streaming is going to become very big. Connected TV, sorry, is going to become very big very soon, right? The next innovation that we have seen in the entertainment arena is that of the subscription models, right? So the subscription models that we earlier were familiar with, at least my generation and people elder to me, was that of, let's say, a cable TV, which later on, changed to a DTH. Okay. And now the subscription models have changed because we have, different platforms. We have OTTs. Okay. We have other streaming services like I was discussing. Okay. So what these companies had done, they started with AVOD, which is advertisement-based video on demand. Okay. And with that, they made a large user base. And then once they had enough number of subscribers, it has now moved to the SVOD format, which is subscription-based video on demand, right? So even on YouTube, you would have noticed that, when you watch a particular video, if you haven't subscribed to the paid YouTube services, after, let's say, 5-10 minutes, you'll get an ad. Or if you skip too many videos, you keep getting ads. And then you have to watch it at least for 5 seconds, and then only you can skip it, right? So that was advertising based video on demand. And now you also have an option wherein if you subscribe to these services, paid services, you get an uninterrupted streaming of whatever video you are watching, right? So that's there. Similarly, if we look at the OTT platforms, there are different types of subscription models that they have. And they, of course, have, the paid membership, wherein you pay for your services. Either you take a monthly subscription or an annual subscription or whatever type of subscriptions you have. Or, of course, there are, certain platforms which are still premium, wherein some content you get for free, for some content you have to pay. And the free content will of course have some sort of advertising for them to cover their costs, right? There are also other type of options wherein like to increase the user base, again they have started only mobile based, only mobile streaming the subscription packages, wherein you subscribe to the service and you can only watch it on your phone. Or maybe there are packages which are like limited devices, so you sign into let's say 3 or 4 devices, and that's it. You cannot sign into a fourth one or a fifth one, right? So different types of subscription models are there to capture of course the subscribers and to increase their revenues. We go to niche OTT. Of course, OTT, especially, because of this COVID-19 enforced lockdown that we had, our whole world moved to the digital space, right? So whatever we were doing, whether we were studying, whether we were, working from home, or, doing whatever, we were doing it online. Of course, these webinars were so popular, during the lockdown period, okay? And the biggest change that we had seen during that lockdown is a shift towards the OTT viewership, right? From the traditional TV or the linear TV, as we call it, right? Now, that was one thing wherein we were watching more content on the OTT platforms. There was another very interesting thing happening there, wherein these niche OTT channels, they picked up, right? And if you ask yourself, you yourself would have consumed a lot of regional content, right? Content which was there in the regional language, or even some foreign languages, like Korean series became so popular. They are still so popular, right? And we watch it while the cast and is speaking Korean, but maybe we are reading the subtitles, but the plot is so good that we really want to watch those series, right? Like I said, similarly in India, the regional regional content became very popular. And we had so many, you can see some of these very niche OTT channels, platforms which are there available in India, like Planet Marathi is there, Aha Gujarati is there, okay, Sun Next, Oli Plus, Talkies. So there are many such more niche OTT platforms which kind of mushroomed, in last couple of years, and they have a very substantial viewership, all right, for them. So that's another thing which has, actually changed in the entertainment consumption arena. And then, of course, this is a term that we hear so often, artificial intelligence. Okay. All of you would have heard about it. Okay. How has it changed entertainment or media sector? Okay. And you must also have, heard about these recommendation engines. Like I was telling you before, that, you consume a particular type of content, and then you see that, you're only getting suggestions which are very similar to what you have watched earlier. Okay. So that is what recommendation engines are doing. And to an extent that, it is like, if you are a football fan, they will show you the updates of the upcoming football matches, which, and then also, they pick up the genre. So for example, if you have, if they realize that you like, let's say, action and romance, okay, but your preference is slightly more towards, let's say, romance, okay, and there is this movie that they want to promote, which has both, okay, they will only show you the snippets which have the scenes, which are like, which has more romance in it, or vice versa, right? So what is happening here is, because of, this AI or machine learning powered recommendations that they are making to the viewers, they are increasing the stickiness, okay. Stickiness means that, you know, when I go to whatever page or whatever I'm watching, I stay there and I come back to it. All right. It's not that I go there, I watch, I don't not like it, and I just bounce. Okay, that's not happening. I keep going back to that same platform because I see that, you know, it is serving me what I want. All right. So that has again changed. So earlier it was like, you know, when I wanted to watch TV, I had to watch what they were showing, whatever they were showing, whatever was there at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or whatever. That's it. Okay. Maybe I had options of different channels, but largely if you look at their fixed point charts at prime time, if one kind of you know, show has worked, all of them would have copied that. So which means that I can only watch, let's say, a soap opera at any given point in time. Or if it is a time which they think, you know, when people are watching more news, every channel will be showing news. Right? So that's not the case right now. I want to watch content. I decide what I want to watch. Right now, I don't want to listen to the news. I want to watch the match. I watch the match, right? I go to the platform. I start streaming the match. Okay. Similarly, the match is going on, but I don't like it, maybe because India is losing. So I want to now watch a movie. I switch the OTT platform and I start, you know, some movie of my choice, and I watch it. I see a hand raised. Puneet, can we?
Yes, I'm just checking. Not able to see who has raised the hand.
Let me just see. Okay, maybe they lowered their. Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that's one advantage or one advancement in technology, you know, that we have seen, the recommendations which are being made for me. Okay, the other innovation or advantage that this AI and ML has brought is the monetization. Okay, this is largely from the viewpoint of the business owners. They can monetize, right? So if I am, you know, if I'm able to make the correct recommendations, which means that I've understood my audience well, right? Which also translates into, you know, targeting them with very, very sharp focused, personalized kind of advertisements, which I know that they will watch. Okay. So that's another, you know, advantage that artificial intelligence and machine learning has brought into. It is so focused or, you know, so personalized that it's not only based on, let's say, you know, your previous views. It also captures other factors like the geography. Okay, where are you located right now? So very focused advertisements will be shown to you as per your preference, as per your geography, as per your profile, right? So those things are there. Okay, now we know what social media is. All of us here in this webinar have our you know, social media accounts on various platforms, be it Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and then there is Pinterest, Snapchat, and whatnot, right? And we've been using it since years now. But there's something called social media 2.0. Okay, so how has social media changed? Okay, these platforms remain the same more or less, maybe a couple of features here or there. Okay, so earlier when we used to post something about ourselves, some update in our lives, right? Let's say we have put a picture because we went somewhere or we checked in, okay, to some restaurant. Okay, we are visiting a tourist destination. Okay, and we put a post, and then we would wait for people to appreciate it by, you know, liking it or sharing it or those things. All right. However, now the whole experience has changed. Okay, now there are your options wherein you do not really have to depend upon those likes and shares for on your posts. Okay, you build your own audience there. Okay, you have TikTok, you have of course TikTok is now banned in India, but the concept is still there. You have reels on various platforms wherein you make those small videos and you upload it, which is being appreciated also so much by others. And we also get hooked up to certain kind of these reels, and we keep scrolling them, right? It's not necessarily that I know that person, or I would only like it or not like it, but still I'm watching those short videos there, and it has changed the whole experience that I, as the consumer, that I'm getting from these platforms, and also people who are posting those that content on it, right? So that is social media 2.0. It is much more than socializing. So you are not only connecting with your friends, you're actually expressing yourself. There are so many bloggers and bloggers who are there, who are actually giving you information. There are forums wherein you can write your reviews about various things. Okay, so that's happening. And again, monetization, which is being done on social media. So you have followers more than a certain number, and you can monetize your handle, right? So you get some money, and that money is of course being shared by you and the platform which is which is hosting you, right? For the upkeep and maintenance of the platform and the other services. Okay. So that is social media 2.0 for you, enhancing your experience, giving you opportunity to make money, to reach out to the whole world. Okay, it's not limited only to your friend circle. So there are people who are following you who are not necessarily your friends, and you are connected. And then maybe you can also endorse things. Like I said, if you get more than a certain number of audience on your channel, right? Okay, very interesting and very, very popular concept these days is the metaverse, especially after Facebook came up with this whole idea of naming the company Meta, and it spoke about metaverse. Now it has not been exploited so much. It is still in that stage wherein people are kind of exploring how they can use it, right? And if I have to try and define what metaverse is, it is straight out of let's say a very futuristic sci-fi kind of a movie, a very, very immersive virtual world, right? Which is shared by so many people. All right. And there have been certain concerts, musical concerts, which have been organized on the metaverse, wherein people especially during in times like lockdown, this kind of a platform can become very, very popular, wherein, and also it has other advantages wherein it is, you have no boundaries, geographical boundaries as such. So you are an artist, and you want to perform and you want to reach out to many people. Okay, so you are not bound by that one location, that one venue where you are going and performing. All right, you can actually have an audience from the other corner of the world. Okay, they can interact with you, they can watch your show on this metaverse. All right, and without in fact getting out of their houses. All right, so it is that convenient for both viewers as well as these the artists or anyone who wants to reach out. You can have virtual meetings, okay, client meetings or whatever kind of meetings, virtual meetings you can have. You can have your own avatar. That is the the next thing which is being being done. You can have a virtual avatar in metaverse, and that virtual avatar will do different things for you on the metaverse again. Okay, so again, a very, very interesting and very, I would say, exciting kind of a platform which is developing in the media and entertainment domain. Yeah, and of course, like I said, we have this, we are going towards this creator economy, right? So this user generated content. So I spoke about those short video formats earlier, like how they were in TikTok, and now how they are in the various as reels on Facebook or the Instagram, or elsewhere that you see on YouTube shorts that you see. Okay, those videos are there, but that's not the only thing which is being generated or created by users like you and me. Okay, there is so much else which is being done. There is so much of text in terms of blogs which is being written. There are pictures that you put not only on your Instagram handle, but there are so many other images and other pictures that you also put on Pinterest. Okay, and then you have your own account in Pinterest, and you pin certain types of images, because whatever, depending on what is it that you want to do that day, or what you want to see that day. Okay, there is music. There is so much of music which is being created and uploaded on the net, on various platforms by people. There are so many, of course, videos we discussed, right? There is social bookmarking which is happening. All right, so there is people or the audiences, they want to create because there is someone who is consuming. Okay, I want to travel somewhere, and I want to know what kind of place that it is. Where should I be going? What are the sightseeing things that I should not be missing? Maybe which are those joints where I should go and try the local cuisine? What do I do? Maybe I go to the TripAdvisor and look for the reviews. And there are so many other platforms. There's a movie which is there, and then people watch it and just pour their heart out on the social media. Okay, if they liked it, if they did not like it, what did they like about it? Okay, how was let's say the protagonist dressed? Those things are also being discussed. There are so many challenges which people take up and then post their own videos. There are song sequences that you see, okay, wherein people have their own rendition of a particular song, or they dance on a particular song and put their video up. And sometimes even some of these platforms or some of the brands also encourage such content being created by the audiences or the subscribers to that platform. So these are some of the innovations that we have seen of late, and of course there are many more things that we can discuss here. Yes, Sarnika, you want to say something?
So, ma'am, for us as buying managers in the media and entertainment sector, what else can we look forward to?
Look forward to in terms of whatever innovations which are happening?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. In fact, I was about to discuss that very thing here. So what are the business implications of these innovations which have taken place of late, right? There are so many avenues, okay? There are so many options that the advertisers have, okay? So there are a couple of things mentioned here on the screen: collaboration, personalization, and real-time data and analytics, okay? Which is possible because of the technological or digital transformations we have seen in past few years. Okay, so when I say collaboration, the brands, okay, the advertisers can actually collaborate with these platforms. Okay, some of these influencers which we see on different platforms, and they can communicate with their audience. Okay, why it makes sense is because when we see an advertisement, we know that it was made by the brand itself, and of course they are going to say good things about their product. Okay, but if we hear it from let's say another person who is just like us, just another user like us, it gives it the message a little more credibility. Okay, maybe I'll rely more uh, on another user, okay, of that brand. Okay, and therefore the brands can collaborate with some of these influencers, and these influencers can then communicate to you about what the brand is all about. And of course they have no limits as far as the time or the space is concerned. They can make as long a video as they want, or write as big a blog as they want. A lot of personalization is happening. When we say that the content is curated, the advertising is curated, personalized, sharp focus, it is possible because of this technology that we have, right? So earlier, traditionally, when the advertisements were done, you put it on the television, or you put it or you publish it in the newspaper or other magazines. I don't deny the let's say the utility that these two mediums have, or other traditional medium have. Okay, but the thing is that there is a lot of wastage which is happening there, right? So if I'm putting an advertisement, I only wanted those 100 people to maybe to see my advertisement, who I know that are going to buy my ad, buy my product. Okay, however, I have to spend on showing it to the entire the audience that this particular channel has. Okay, because that's how it is. I cannot choose where I want to show this ad. I cannot choose that I only want to show this ad in Mumbai. Okay, because if I have put it on, let's say, colors, it will go to wherever color goes, right? So that's how it is. But with these streaming services, with these platforms, with social media, if I want to show this to only those 100 people, I can do that. I can profile my audience. I can create a very personalized kind of message, and I can put it there. Okay, and the chances of them watching it or going through it are much higher than had it been on the traditional media, right? So personalization is something that I, as a marketer, have that advantage with me now. And I'm getting the real-time data and analytics. Now, you must have heard these terms like TRP and GRP and viewership and readership. Okay. Now, earlier, these TRPs would come only once a week. So you have to wait for the entire week to know how a particular show has actually performed, how many people watched it, and therefore how many people would have watched your advertisement, or maybe extrapolate it to the coming times, and you would say that if 100 people are watching this program now, 100 more people will watch it next week. So let me put my ad here. So that is how it was. Now you get ratings the next day, but still it is the next day. However, if you have these platforms, these tech-enabled platforms, you get it in real time. So I know the moment someone clicks on my ad, okay, I know the moment someone watches my video or visits my homepage also, for that matter, right? And I have these this data right in my hand, and I can plan for the next moment, so to say. It's that easy. All right. So this this entire transformation, this digital transformation that we have seen in the space of media and entertainment, has not only benefited the audience. We are spoiled for choice. In fact, now we have a lot to watch, and maybe now it's like we do not have enough time to watch, right? Because of course we have to take care of other stuff, right? So it is a blessing for the audience as well as the marketers, right? These platforms are making money. The advertisers who want to connect with them and reach out to their audience, it's making money for them as well. So it's a win-win situation for both the parties. So that's it. That is all that I have, with me. And thank you very much for being a patient audience. And now I think we can open the forum for any Q&A that you might have. Okay.
Thank you so much for the wonderful insights, ma'am. So anyone, if you're having questions regarding your admission process or how to apply to Welingkar PGDM Media and Entertainment Program, you can just pop up the questions in the chat box and we would be really happy to help you out with the answers.
Okay, there were a couple of questions here, which I think you have answered already.
Yes, ma'am, already answered.
Yes.
Any questions about the admission process, the deadlines, the dates, and anything you would like to ask there? So I think there is no questions as such. So thank you so much, ma'am, for your time. And thank you, Arnika, and thank you everyone for being part of this workshop today. So all the best to everyone for their business school journey. And thank you so much, ma'am, once again.
Thank you so much. Thank you everyone who took time out to join this webinar. And I hope you took away some information from this. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anika. Thank you, Puneet.
Thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for providing us with such insightful session.